friends. I learned how to create this card. I think it was back in September. And it was a mystery card. I just want to give a shout out to my friend Margaret Knight because she came up with this, or I don't know if she came up with it or she shared this design with us. And now I want to share it with you because it is such a great fun fold. I don't know the name of this fun fold. We're just calling it a fun fold. I have all the measurements for you that I'll write as we go. But first, let's just go ahead and make some snowmen. Hello, my name's Kimberly Smith. I'm the Papered Chef. And I have on my channel loads of card making tutorials. This one happens to be for something I've been featuring for a couple months now called the Snowy Wonder Bundle. Snowy Wonder Bundle is going to be retiring soon. So if you like this, I think it's even on sale. I can't remember, but go to my Stampin' Up store and you'll find out. Type in Snowy Wonder or just type in Snowy or Wonder, and then this bundle will come up. paperedchef.stampinup.net. I am a U.S. Stampin' Up demonstrator. So if you're in another country, find a demonstrator near you if you're somewhere else. So anyway, I wanted to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I had some fun with some friends and did some traveling. I'm just using this grid paper for my, stamping my sample snowman. So I hope you all had a Merry Christmas and that you're recovered from your busy holiday. I'm sure it was like busy up to the time, getting everything ready. I'm still not even finished. I didn't even write my Christmas letter yet, guys. I am behind. But you know what? I'm crafting. I'm having fun. All right, so we're going to make a couple snowmen. We're going to die cut them out because it's never too late for snowmen. I mean, we just have the winter solstice, right? We're just starting winter. So we had a New Year's. You can even just do, if you're running late on your Christmas card, you could do the season's greeting one, or you could do a New Year's card. And I just like this Snowy Wonder in that it has a Happy New Year and a season's greeting and let it snow. So all three things are going to work from now until, heck, last year, I think I got my Christmas letter out by Valentine's Day. Now, I've given out hundreds and hundreds of treats, like maybe thousands of treats by this time. I mean, I gave out treats to almost everybody like that I work with and my husband works with and the people I see and random people I meet and parties I went to. I've given out hundreds and hundreds of treats and hundreds of cards. I just usually write a letter summarizing the year. But because I was so sick in November, I just never got around to it. I need an extra snowman for one of my other treats, which I'm converting to a New Year's treat. So I just didn't get around to it. And you know how you get like if you're sick, you're in a funk and you don't feel like doing anything. I am back at full capacity now. But, it was bad there for a while, but I made it through. I always sounded worse than I was. But I mean, I was bad, but I sounded worse. Like with my hacking and coughing. All right. So anywho, we're going to talk about happy things. So did Santa get any of you a Brother Scan and Cut? I'm seeing a lot of that in my user group. I have a Brother Scan and Cut user group on Facebook here. And, people are talking about getting Brother Scan and Cuts for Christmas. So I wonder if you got something like that or something really cool you want to share. Or your blessing was not in the gifts. Although, I mean, what crafter doesn't like gifts, right? I won't believe you if you say that you don't care about presents if you're a crafter. We all want crafts. But, maybe you had other blessings, like you got together with family. So share a Christmas memory, a Christmas present, or just something special about Christmas. And I know if you don't celebrate Christmas, that's cool too. Celebrate, share something about this holiday season. Hanukkah, whatever you're celebrating, share what is special to you about it. All right, so I just used the baby wipe there to get that off. Now, what I'm doing is, just so you know, I'm using, just so you can start preparing, go get out. What you need to prepare for this is, while I do my die cutting, you need to get 2 colors of cardstock. Now, I've already used your Poppy Parade in a different card in this series, so I couldn't use the Poppy Parade I used for this one. Oh, I forgot to do the back of this card. Anywho, I used Poppy Parade and Pool Party for my first sample. So this time I used Pool Party and black. So that's what I shall use again because I have a kit that I give everybody when they take my workshop series. And this was like a kit. And I had to like go down the list and say, oh, well, what colors haven't I still, what I think that's the bag. Anyway, what colors haven't I used yet in the kit that I gave everybody? So anyway, get yourself your Pool Party and your black. And then you're going to know anybody that doesn't have the Snowy Scenes Designer Series paper. I just opened up my machine. Here's what it looks like. Oh, hubby gave me Christmas PJs. They're very warm. But I need them to be warm because it's cold in my she shed. So, anywho, I'm putting, this is the sandwich. So base plate number 1 on the die cutting machine. Then we have plate number 2, which is anytime you have thin dies, you need a plate number 2, which is a thin die adapter. And then you need 1 plate number 3. Mine's kind of scratched up. I have new ones, but you know what? It's hard for me to take out the new ones and use them. And then another plate number 3 on top after you do your little sandwich. I don't know what it is. It's just kind of hard for me to... Oops, I accidentally... That's not painter's tape. You want to use double-sided painter's tape. I think I cleaned up from before. So where is my painter's tape? Okay, so if you don't have painter's tape, what you use is, this is called low-tack artist tape. This is linked in my store. I have an Amazon store, so I put things in there that I recommend that are not Stampin' Up, things I can't put in there. Like I can't put Stampin' Up stuff in there. So I have a Stampin' Up store, which is linked in the description of this video and linked on the, I just showed you, paperchef.stampinup.net. But then anytime there's a craft product that I recommend, if you wouldn't mind using my links at my Amazon store, that would be awesome because, you know, a few cents here and there helps support the channel. And I would love to go back to doing this full time like I used to. All right, let's see. There we go. Making the little die cut for the hat. Now, the other part is already die cut for you, like the pieces we're putting our sentiments on. So I'm going to roll that through. I'm going to make a few snowmen. Do you want to build a snowman? Can't help it. Except this time we don't really have to build much because, you know, it's only a hat. So as I'm doing this, I'll show you what I'm coloring with. I'm going to use a couple little blends, different things like that. Blends, a little marker for the nose. Oh, he's so cute. Anyway, I need a few extras of these because, like I said, I have the Christmas treats, which I've given out. I saved 2 to show you. They're called double fold treat pouch. Taught how to make them on this channel. And I had to rip off the sentiment earlier and I'm putting on New Year's sentiment. So I'm still going to keep giving them out. The other 2 I have left. In fact, right after this, I'll probably take a picture of them and just, you know, use them and give them out. I wish I had taken a picture of all the stuff I gave out. I had the cutest little bags I made. Treats. I couldn't make them fast enough. They were so popular. So anyway, the little hat, sometimes I just cut out the hat too. This time I used the die, but cutting out the hat is pretty easy. But like this one, I hand cut the hat. You can see there's not as much of a white rim around the hat. The nice thing about cutting out the hat is you can get rid of all the white if you want to get rid of all the white around it. Like I think there's a little, even after you die cut, you might want to get rid of a little bit of that white. Do you notice how much white? Only because of where the die was centered or not centered. Probably wasn't centered. Anyway, this tape, because it's low tack tape, you can keep reusing it. But if you're ever wondering, like if you're not having good results with your die cutting, where you're not getting even parts around there, you know, you might need to use that tape to get the even amounts around it. Anyway, I know you guys are waiting and all that, so I'm not going to do these 2. But I'm just going to set them up, right? So I'm just going to leave that like that, okay? So because we have a lot of other preparation to do. All right, so we have 2, so that's good enough for now for these 2 for this card, and for having 1 extra. Now here's the other one. So what you want to do now is take for this one. I like to just, like I said, get a little bit of that white off the bottom. All right. Like so. Okay, so here is a better looking hat, I think, in my opinion. Not as much white on the bottom. Now you're going to take your, let me just go ahead and start saying hi and read your comments because, you know, it's holidays. Whoops, I find the comments. What happened? What happened? I hope it's still there. Okay, hello, Mary Novak from Jefferson, Wisconsin. Nice to see you. Anyway, holiday time, I like to craft with people, so this is like nice to get. So I'm using the thin side of the pumpkin pie for coloring in the nose. And you got to do that. You know, use a, this is markers. Markers are awesome. Now, if you don't have markers, we have a joining special coming up during celebration. If you would like a celebration brochure and catalog, everything starts January 7th. Let me know. Go to my paperchef.stampinup.net, fill in the contact form, and in about a week, I'll send it out. I've already sent a bunch out. I've already sent most out. But anyway, I can't send it out for like maybe another week. I got to get some more, and I already have the rest. I think are accounted for, but still send me your address if you're in the U.S. Okay, hello, Christine Fullen. Thank you for being a channel supporter. I appreciate you, and you should get, Christina, you should be getting a package from me soon. Hello, Betty. Nice to see you again. I hope you got your happy mail from me. Hello, Bonnie Blake. Thank you for being a channel supporter. And yes, I had a great Christmas. Hello, Phil Ham. Nice to see you. And yes, Merry Christmas to all of you guys, too. Oh, Galveston. That's where my husband is from. Christina's saying she went to Galveston Island. He's not from actually Galveston Island. What I'm doing now, by the way, is you're going to take your light pool party. You have pool party blends. This was marker. These are on special. This is part of the sign-up specials. You're going to be able to get $70 worth of markers when you join my team in after January 7th. But anyhow, going back to these are not markers. These are blends. And now I can talk about where my husband is from. So he's from, okay, that one doesn't. I have a bunch of pairs. Sometimes I cut mine down. Like that little poor guy was cut down. I need a different pool party. Dark pool party. And meaning cut down, it had like the little thing was stubby. So what I'm doing is, and you can use light or dark, but as long as you use like a pool party or light color, I'm kind of accenting. I'm just giving it a little dimension. And what we'll do is we'll do one, and then I want to show you the difference between doing it and not doing it. I've just always done this to my snowman. I've just done it for so long. And I do it to like all three little parts of it. And it just comes out really cool. It comes out different every time because, you know, you got to put some Wink Stella on there, which is your glitter pen. So we're going to put that all around. And if you want, you could take a brown or crumb cake marker if you want. And you could go over the arms, like make them look more like sticks. Or one fun thing to do is color the markers. You can like color. I did this part in black, but you could actually color this with brown before you stamp it and color that with black. And that makes it really nice. Because then you get like the different colors on your stamp than what you want. Okay, what I'm doing is put a little bit of blue on its head. All right. Now we're back to I can't remember what it's now. I already forgot the part. Lufkin, Texas? No, not Lufkin. It begins with an L. It's somewhere near Galveston. Anyway, I know he is from the area, the land area, because I know he had like this really bad hurricane when he was like younger in that little area. All right, so now what I want you to do is see, look at this, look at the difference, like the before and after. Okay, so you don't have to color your snowman with the little pool party, but look at that cool dimension and the glitter and everything and how fun that is. Okay, so I'm doing it again. Just wanted to show you that. And now we're back to reading comments. I sometimes get off on a tangent, as you guys know, and if you aren't into that, you know, hey, this is what we do here. You gotta be into it. And if not, don't be a party pooper. But I always try to, you know, stay on task as well. Even if I chat while I'm reading comments, I'm also crafting. And this is a long process, this card. So I'm going to be doing lots of chatting here. All right. So B. Pre, nice to see you. B. Pre's and Warner Robbins. And Frida Parlo, I sent you a catalog, Frida. So check your mail. It should be coming soon. You should have, I think there's even tracking on it because I did it in a package instead of a large envelope letter. All right. Hello, Cheryl from Maine. Laura Steiner, nice to see you again. I know, right? Pooped out, right? She's like, Laura's like, it's too late. I'm pooped out. This is my first chance. We were watching Hallmark movies today and recovering and from all the food yesterday. And so this was my first chance to come online. Probably my only chance for a while because we have so much planned. And Kathy, nice to see you again. I don't know if I didn't even check my mail today, honestly. So now I don't even know if I got your package. So I need to check the mail tomorrow. It was cold and it was like, I honestly forgot until I just saw your name that it was even a mail day. It was a mail day, right? Because yesterday was Christmas. Yes, it was a mail day. I honestly didn't even check. And it's weird because I'm usually obsessing about my mail. But you know what? Now I'm just like, oh, whatever. All right. So I understand. I understand, Laura, that you're pooped out. But you can watch the replay. This is going to be a lot of steps. All right. Hello, Dawn Klein. Nice to see you. All right. All right. So everyone's saying congratulations to Frida. So, oh, because she said she won a foil fuse machine. Oh, that's pretty cool. So congratulations on winning that. That's like a expensive prize, right? That's nice. Did you get it from like a craft site or how did you win it? We want to know, how do you win foil machines? Give us and thank you. I'm glad you liked my snowman. You guys are saying, sing it, adorable snowman. Oops. Okay, I'm putting a little bit of glue on that one. All right, so now I'm going to just show you the Happy New Year part, and we're going to use things from my crafty goodness, meaning all of these little pieces already cut. You don't have to do that part. So, bucket of crafty goodness, and we're going to take out, so these are from, these little shapes are stylish shapes dies. Okay, so you see the little edges on them? They're like a little bit of die cut, or not die cut, stitching around the edges. In fact, I'm going to do a little square one too. I need a couple of these. Actually here, I'm going to do them. You're going to have to wait for me to do them. I need a bunch of these New Year things because some people are getting New Year's cards. Okay, she got it from Nancy Stamps on YouTube. Good. I'm glad that you got a prize like that from Nancy Stamps. Nice. Hello, Susie Fick. Nice to see you. Lynn McFarlane. Nice to see you. Debbie Salinas, thank you for being a channel supporter and glad you're here. Thank you, Lynn, for reminding people to like the video. And, of course, subscribe if you like shenanigans. All right, good. I'm glad you got your package delivered. And Christina, that's good to know. Hello, Diana Boone. Karen Tharaldson, another channel supporter. Love you guys. So it's so nice when I have channel supporters because what they do is they pledge. It's not really a pledge. It's like a membership. It's like they join my channel. Just like you can join different kinds of media stations and they join the channel, this YouTube channel. So that's really nice. Okay, so that's cool. So there you go. That got that. What we're going to do now is we're going to take Pool Party. Take the little hat off this because you need your small block. So you're going to put ink on your small block. Any block. It doesn't have to be your small block, but just ink on your small block. And then you're going to get your mini blending brush and you're going to tap, tap, tap into it. And then tap off some onto like a mat or just tap some off onto I just using the glass mat. But you can also tap some off onto your paper mat. And then you're just going to ink up half of these. Okay, so doing that. And I'm just kind of going for the two-tone. There's not very much ink on there, so I don't really have to tap off too much, right? Tap a little bit off. If it was inked up a lot, you would have to tap off more. So one of the things I like about this little Happy New Year sentiment is it really fits nicely on a small, so it doesn't take much of your card. It's like on a small sentiment shape. All right, so buy Pool Party because we're using it in our design. It's one of the coordinating colors of this design, and that's why. And now we're going to shut the Pool Party. And now we're going to, I was wondering why my glass mat was wobbling. I didn't have my little things on it. Okay, Poppy Parade. We're going to use Poppy Parade, and we're going to use the Happy New Year from here. And it is going to be stained because it's photopolymer stamps stain a bit. That's all fine. Whoops. So let's now take a little sticky note, or you can either take a sticky note, but sometimes it's easier to see when it's on white. So sometimes you just want to stamp on a white paper because then you can see it better that it has a good stamped image. And it's good stamped image. And then you always do that before you stamp onto the here. And I'm going to do some with the happy part, with the dark part on the top. some with the dark part on the bottom. And I'm using Poppy Parade because it's the kind of red, it's a shade of red that's in this design, but it's also just really cool for stamping. And then I have real red peppermints, so real red kind of would work fine with this too. You can't really tell those two colors apart much. And of course, use whatever you have. Just kind of make your card look festive because it's a New Year card. So the more you make it look festive, the better. All right, good. Now I have some of those because I need those. And we're going to push that over there. So I'm going to put that tape away. And now we are into the heart of the tutorial. All right, so it's easy, and I have this. I can write it all down, and I also have like a paper. I could probably try to turn it into a PDF later. And Janet will, my team member, she will type this up and put it in the comments of the video too, the measurements. The reason I want to rewrite it is because my original one was a mystery card, and there's a lot of excess stuff on it because it was a mystery card. There was a lot of clues because you couldn't see the card. So in this case, you can see the card. So I'm not gonna draw the shapes. I'm just gonna write the different things. Okay, so pool party. I'll write it down, and then later I'll bring this back out, and then remind me if I don't, because sometimes I get distracted, as you guys know. So we have 9 3/8 by 4 1/4. Okay, and I'm going to say that again when I cut it. And then you're going to have a piece that's 5 1/8 times 3 1/2. Okay, I will repeat that, and we're going to go ahead and cut that. So you need a piece of cardstock. We're going to use Pool Party. Let's see, I might already have some 4 1/4 pieces, yes. How convenient. I already have 4 1/4 pieces, so we'll just take that. I think that's what they are. And if not, I'll take out a whole new piece of cardstock. So we're going to go like with it here. So we're going to go here, see if it's 4. Nope, these are only 4. So can't use them. That's probably why they're in there, because I probably accidentally cut them at the wrong size. That's probably why they're in the top. So we're going to just get out a new piece of cardstock. So let's just go 4 1/4. Okay. And then we'll pull out the arm. All right, now you have 2 pieces that are 4 1/4. So I'm gonna open this up, and I'm gonna just do, say this again. So this first piece is Pool Party cardstock by Stampin' Up. And the measurements for the first piece are 4 1/4 by 9 3/8. This trimmer, the Stampin' Up trimmer, has 1/16 of an inch on it. Unlike the Simply Scored, which we're going to use in a little while, let me show you this. This one is divided into 1/8 of an inch. The trimmer is divided into 1/16 of an inch. So the measurements are 9 3/8. So because it's 1/16 of an inch, I have to go, the first 2 are 1/8. The next 2 are 1/8. The next 2 are 1/8, right? So that's 3/8. I'm still not at the half mark. I'm at 3/8. Okay, so 9 3/8 times 4 1/4. So that's our first piece. All right, let's do it. Now we're going to take this piece, and then we need a piece that's going to be 5 1/8 by 3 1/2. Okay, 5 1/8 by 3 1/2. So I'm going to have to go 2 little smidgens over, because each of these is a 1/16, right? So 1/8 is 2 of these little smidgens. 5 1/8 by 3 1/2. Okay, 3 1/2. All right. Now, we're going to take those. I'm going to close this. And let's do what we need to do to these 2 pieces. Okay, and I wanted to keep all this together because, like I said, originally it was a mystery thing. So you do all the cutting and then you do all the scoring. But I wanted to just talk about scoring now, because I think, so we're going to just say like this, 1, and we'll call this one 2. So score 1, and then we're going to say score 2. So we're going to say score 1 at these measurements. So you're going to take, in other words, you're going to take your long piece, your big piece, 9 3/8 by 4 1/4, and you're going to score it at 3/8 of an inch, 1 3/8 of an inch, 2 7/8 of an inch, and 3 7/8 of an inch. Now I want to know, is anybody doing this with me? Okay, who's with me? Who's doing this? I know, Kathy, you'll do it, right? Unless it's too late for you. But are you doing this, right? Are you doing this with me? And if you are, I want to know if I'm going too fast. If you're not doing it with me, you can obviously watch this later. And then we're going to score the second piece at 3/8 and 1 3/8. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and score them now. I'll put that up there a little bit, and I'm going to take my Simply Scored. The Simply Scored is, again, it's divided into, it's inches and everything. It also has a metric, but it has one. I mean, mine is definitely imperial, but you have 8 little marks. This is the one is actually at this long mark, not this one before the long mark. So now when I say 8s, you're going to go by each little doohickey, okay? So let's go ahead and do it. We're going to put the long piece there. We're going to take out the scoring tool. The scoring tool has a small side and a big side. We're going to go ahead and score it at 3/8. Let's count. 1, 2, 3/8. Okay? 3/8. And then 1 3/8. There's the one. It's the tall one. 1, 2, 3. So 1 3/8. And then we're going to do 2 7/8. There's the 2-inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or you can just go the one before the 3. That's 2 7/8 and 3 7/8. There's 3. There's 4. So there's 7/8. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay? There's the 7/8. There's the 7/8. It's the one with the number on it. And sometimes people get confused thinking that number is the 3-inch. No. The 3-inch is the tall one, but there's already a 3 up there. So that's why the 3 is down there. I really don't think they should have put the 3 there at all. They should have left all these numbers off and just kept the 3 up there. In my humble opinion, to not confuse anyone. But there you go. So that's the measurements. And then do your little thing. Do your thing, meaning turn it over. We got mountains and valleys. If you don't know what that is, I have lots of basic card making workshops where I talk about it, but I'm going to turn it over. So because I scored down, that's the valley. And then I'm going to turn it over and score it up. Now this is how you're going to, this is how we do it. You're going to use tear and tape because you can assemble it later. Now it depends on how much you want these burnished. You're going to use a little, let's see. I know I have a little spatula somewhere. You know what? I'm okay without. Sometimes you can just use your fingers, right? But I also have a spatula and you can burnish the edges. So what I'm going to do now is use tear and tape because I don't want you to assemble this part yet. I'm just trying to show you. I need to give you the big visual picture because I don't want you to think this card is hard. It's not hard at all. It's just time consuming. Time consuming, there's a difference between hard and time consuming. It's a very easy card, but it's time consuming. So we're going to do that. But don't do this part yet. We'll assemble it later because that's another section of the video. Okay, now we're going to take this little piece and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to score it 3/8 and 1 3/8. Okay, 3/8. 1, 2, 3. Oops, that one was a little crooked, right? But that's good. Good thing that's the seam because you can't see that part. And then 1 and 1, 2, 3/8. Okay, it looks like that. Okay, easy peasy. You're going to turn it over, and then burnish the edges. And you're going to put this little guy back, put your stylus back for a moment while we go cut all the black. Okay, so that is the only pull party we need. The only pull party we need. Now, that's just tear and tape, so we'll get that off later. So this is going to be like this later. But you can't assemble it until you do all the layers. Right? You have to have, this part's going to go here, this part's going to go here. You want to visualize everything, but you don't want to assemble until you put like the next black layer and then the DSP layer. All right, so let's keep on going. So next step is we need a piece of black. So we got the pool party and now we have basic black. Okay, and now let's see how many we need of the basic. Let me move that up here. I got to put that there. Because sometimes things here, there's a glare. So put that right there. All right, basic black. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be 5 pieces of it. So let's just put the numbers now so you know. 3, 4, 5. And then when we score them, oh no, there's no scoring for these. So that part's easy, right? No, you're not too late. Hello, Elena. Nice to see you. Thumbs up if you're just got here. Greetings from California. I'm not from California. Greetings to Elena. She wrote greetings from California. So good. I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy, for making the card later. All right. Hello, Lisa from Ontario. Nice to see you. Oh, good. And Betty's saying she's taking screenshots for later. All right, good. And Bonnie's writing it down. Lynn's just so blunt. Nope. Nope. And I'm not playing bingo either. No, I hope you play bingo with me. I have a bingo, by the way, coming up January 31st. All right. So we need, so this color is going to be, I'm writing the longer one first. So 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Now we're going to need 2 of those. And we're going to, next we're going to have 4 inches, not 4/4, times 1 1/4 inch. Again, I will do this again. I'll say it one more time when I go to cut it. And then we have 4 inches times 3.5 inches. And then the fourth piece is going to be 3, and I'm going to do 3.5 times 3 1/4. And then I know it looks like a lot, but this is because we're doing this second layer. All we're doing, guys, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? That's what we're doing. I like to show you everything I'm doing. There's no mystery here. The reason we're doing these all the way, and even if you forgot, even if you didn't write down anything else but this first one, you could make this card without knowing anything else, because all you would need to do is take every little section that you have and make all the layers 1/4 inch smaller all around. And that's how you could make this whole card. So don't think that this is a big mystery. Although this was originally a mystery when my friend Margaret Knight, she's the one that runs the Georgia demonstrator. If you're a Georgia demonstrator, let me know, because they have retreats a couple times a year. Now, different group took over for this next retreat. She passed the torch, but I think she'll still do one every spring. Or no, someone else is doing the spring. She'll do one every winter, I think. We did it outside Atlanta. All right, so those are the measurements for the basic black. So let's keep on cutting. And to make the basic black, I guess first I'm just gonna do the 4-inch piece, right? I'm just gonna cut the 4-inch piece like this. So take your paper, right, and just do your 4-inch piece like that, like long ways, and then you can turn it and you can just go, okay, I need 2 of those. 3/4 of an inch. So what I would do for that is, okay, I need 2 at 3/4 of an inch. So let's do the 1 1/2, and then we just move it to the middle, 3/4 of an inch. So we got the 2 that we need, right? Boom. Okay, done. Okay, next one, 4 by 1 1/4. Okay, and that one's done. Okay, next one, 4 by 3.5. Okay, 3.5. Oops, went a little crooked, right? Let's flip it around and do it this way. 3.5. Sometimes things get crooked if you're not holding on. Hold on to your paper. Okay, 3.5, and then we have, okay, next we have 3.5. I'm just going to take this piece now. I'm going to take this piece. We have 3.5. I'm just going to go ahead and cut 3.5. All right. By 3 1/4. By 3 1/4. I could have probably done these both at once, right? But except that one's now 3 1/4. Now we'll do 3 1/4 by 3/4 of an inch. Boom. All right. There we go. So let's review this. Let's let you know where everything's going to go before we do the next part, so you have no mystery here. All right, and we can actually just attach it. Let's attach it and have fun. We can do the DSP later. Let's just attach it. Sometimes it depends. I think I have a lot of glue. Right now, I opened up a new bottle. Yes, I broke down and opened a new bottle of glue. The thing is, I have 5 half-empty bottles of glue, and I'm like, should I open a new one so that it flows smoothly and I don't have to fight with it? And then I did it, even though I really need to get those 5 bottles empty, at least 5 bottles. So this is going to go here. So since you have this little piece, now you should know what's coming next. The next thing's going to be, the DSP is going to have to be, a little bit smaller than this so you can see it. So that one's going to go there. Don't attach your DSP yet, because if you do, it'll be upside down like mine was when I first tried this card. I mean, not upside, I cut it the wrong way. It's like, you got to make sure you cut things the right way. Okay, next, I'm going to move that down. The nice thing about glue is it's a little forgiving, so you can sort of move it after you put the glue on, and before you attach it real tightly, you can move it around a little bit, slide it. And so that's what's nice about glue, as opposed to can't move the Seal Plus or the tear and tape. It doesn't let you move it. All right, so take all your black pieces and go ahead and assemble them. And again, it doesn't have to be black, because look, this time I did this one, I did Pool Party and, what did I do? Pool Party and Poppy Parade. So what I'm saying is take your second color. We use these two colors, and you're going to do this to it. Okay, next, I'm going to put this one here. Like, see, this is what you got. Like, you got, oh, it doesn't go like that. It's going to go like that. See, that's how you know. This is why I said not to assemble this part yet. The reason you don't assemble this part yet is because you have to know where this one goes first. I think that one, it looks like a little wonky. Let's see. That one might not be. Is that one the right size? 3.5 by 3 3/4. 3.5. Ah, there we go. I wrote this one down wrong, guys. I knew it. I couldn't see right. So here. Okay, 3.5. Oops. Why did I write that? 3.5 by 3. That one was right. 4 by 1.5. Yikes. 4 by. Wait. Basic black. 4 by 3 1/4. 4 by 1 1/4. 4 by 3 and 4 by 3 3/4. There we go. This is the one. This is the one where I went wrong. Right here. I went wrong on that one. I knew because it's something just didn't look right. 3 1/4 by 3.5, and then 3 1/4 by 3/4. All right. This one. I knew it didn't look right, and because when I did that, here's why I knew it didn't look right. Because look, this is supposed to be a total square like that, right? So this is what I just couldn't see my original directions. Look, I knew it didn't look right because when you put that on, right, it's not going to look right if that doesn't, if you're going to have this giant gap there. Okay, no big deal. That's why you have this in set of instructions, and you can write it down and you can take a screenshot. All right, so we need some more black. And what's my motto? It's only paper, right? It's only paper. So we need a 4 by 4, and let's get another piece of, here, I already have a piece of black already out, so we're going to do a piece that's 4. So if you were doing it with me, you better have a second piece of black, because if you did what I did, you messed up that one measurement. All right, so 4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so if you are watching this and you're like, oh boy, which one did she mess up? I messed up the black number 3, and and I could tell because it should go on here perfectly. Whoops, what happened now? Tell me it's going on there perfectly. Well, it's better. It's better than my first one. Yeah. It's better than that one, which was 3 1/4, right? Look at that. It's definitely, you don't do the 3 1/4. You do the 3 3/4. All right, so good. And then we can put all these other pieces on. And let's see, does that work? Yes, that one works. All right, so we're adhering. We're adhering. It's all good. We're back on track. All right, so that is what you're doing. And you're putting all these little pieces together. These little strips. Now you need coordinating DSP. So we're using DSP for the snowy scenes, right? And because my snowy scenes might not look, hello T Barnes, nice to see you. My snowy scenes might not look just like yours because I'm also using my little scrapbook kit, which I don't know if that's retiring, but I know that the bundle is. So if you scrapbookers know if the scrapbook kit is also retiring, the scrapbook kit's pretty cool that goes along with this as well. Oh, it's coming together so nicely. It's got to make sure. Always make sure everything fits right before you. Tell me I'm not putting my defective piece on here. That's the right piece, right? Good. Goody, goody, good. All right, now, just so you know, if you wanted to just make a really cool simplistic card, there you go. You don't even need the DSP. How cool would that be? Just put it like that. Start decorating. Now we need the DSP though. We're going to take the Snowy Wonder, cut our Snowy Scene. Sorry, Snowy Scenes. We already have Snowy Wonder. Snowy Scenes. DSP. All right, we need. Let's just go. I'm just going to say 1, 2. We need 1, 2, 3. We need 3, 4, 5 of those too. Now, I don't know in my original if these are going to be the ones that go with the pieces above. So let's see if we can make them go with the pieces above. That would be nice. No, probably not. They might not match up with the exact ones above, but hopefully they do. We're going to see right now. 3 and no, they're not going to match up. They're not going to match up with these. They're not going to be the same panels that fit on these 5 panels. Let's put it that way. Because when I got my instructions, which I've kind of like make notes on, these didn't, they weren't written like that. So I'm just doing it. I'm just going by what I have here. So 3 3/4 times 3 1/2. And then we have, because what I'm doing is when I'm changing everything up to put like, I'm trying to put the length, because I try to do length times width. I'm trying to put like, even though my instructions say one thing, I'm trying to put like this number before that number so that you get the higher number first, just because I think it makes more sense that way. And if I were to retype this up, that's how I would type it up. 3 1/4. So we had 3 3/4 times 1, 3 1/4 times 3. Then we have 3 times 1/2. And then we have 3 3/4 times 1/2. And we need 2 of those. All right, so let's start cutting. Let's start cutting. We need our cute little DSP. We're going to use our... Now you're going to use your snow globes, or your little houses. And I thought this one would be cute. This is one I used from my original. And then I thought this would be cute. Now, if you don't have this one because you have this one, okay, that's because I'm using the scrapbook kit. So just know that the scrapbook kit took some colors out. On the back of my snow globe picture, I have this. So I'm going to make this for my biggest piece. I'm going to go ahead and use this side. My biggest piece being 3 3/4 times, right? I'm doing this. What I'm doing is I'm just going down the line here. Let's just put it like that so we don't get confused. So I know I would get confused. 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. Now, if you need to make sure your paper is directional, then you want to kind of keep that in mind as you go as well. Wrong. It's going to go like this. So if your paper needs to be directional, right, then, keep that in mind as well. So that one's going to go there. And next we have 3 3/4 by 1. All right, 3 3/4 by 1. So 3 3/4 is going to be the height. And then 3, let's see. Oh, no, let's see. 3 3/4 by 1. I'm not going to use that piece. I think I already have maybe some little ones made with that so that the height is already, because I was keeping that in mind. I think I have some carrots. So you could use something like that. I thought I already had some carrots. Okay, the carrots, not carrots. Why am I calling them carrots? These would make great little carrots for Easter time, but they're not carrots. They're actually supposed to be Christmas trees. Now, I'm not sure why these were, I don't know. It's one of those, I have no words. Why did they take the traditional Christmas tree and turn it into pumpkin pie Christmas trees? I know it's a coordinating color, but come on, guys. Don't make orange Christmas trees. I mean, as much as I like orange, nothing wrong with orange, but, hey, So I already have that one cut. So we got, that one is, let's see. What was this one? This one was the 3 3/4 times 1. So I'd already done that one. All right, now we do 3 1/4 times 3. And that's the one where, this one, no, this is the one where, oh, I'm not going to use that. I think I'm going to use the little houses. Where did my little houses go? Here we go. So because I'm using the little houses, 3 1/4 times 3. So 3 1/4 times 3. I'm just trying to imagine 3 1/4 is the width. 3 1/4 is the width. All right. I wrote myself a note that 3 1/4 is the width, but I want kind of more houses to show, so I'm going to turn it around that side. 3 1/4 times 3. So hopefully this works out where the houses show, and if not, I'll use a different piece. Like I want some little houses to show in this middle part. Oh, it came out so cute. So I'm going to have snowmen there, but I'm going to have the little houses instead of, oops, yeah, I did it right. 3 1/4 times 3. The little black background is nice. I might just see if I have a better. I just want to see like which one, okay, would have the better houses. Like where I'm going to have a little snowman there, right? So, I like that. I'm just trying to see like where I'm going to put the snowman and where the house won't be covered up too much. All right, I'm going to go ahead and attach that. I'm going to go ahead and touch the other big piece too, because it keeps me straight. Like, what am I missing? Then I have these little 1/2 inch pieces I need, or these little. So I'll always check your pattern to make sure it's going the right way. Oops, oops, oops. This is going to be, okay, this one. Make sure you do this right. Turn it around like that. Okay. It's going to have to go like that because of the way that this gets attached. I did this wrong the first time too. But hey, we learn, and this is why I'm doing this live, because this is like real life card making. So just flip that around. I mean, it's the same panel, but it has to be flipped around this way because it's going to be adhered like this, right? So you have to make sure your pattern is like so. All right. So good, good, good. Now this pattern doesn't matter. No, that's not the piece. This piece, it doesn't matter because this one's just snowflakes. I decided not to use the snow globes back here because before I used the snow globes back here, and look, you can't see them at all. I mean, they're cute. You can peek in there and see them, but they all got blocked out. Oh, and I do like this piece. I'm going to keep using that stripe over there and some snowflakes over there. Yeah, that's what I did. So anywho, I'm just attaching this. Because it's going to be hidden anyway. Doesn't really matter, right? What pattern you put back there. But you do want to put a pattern because it looks cute. All right, let's move along. Let's keep on cutting. All right, we have this piece now. We have 3 1/2. 3 inches times 1/2. Oh, candy canes are cute. Let's see. 3 inches times 1/2. Well, you're not really going to see any candy canes. That's the problem. They're cute, but you can't really see them. So for that one, for this one, it's going to be, this one's here. The 3 inches times 1/2 is going to be right here. And the last time I put that little stripe. So I'm going to find that. It is somewhere on the back. Here it is. We're going to use this piece here. So we'll go ahead and do the 1/2. Cute. And we'll do the 3 inches. Because that's going to look cute on that little side part. So you still got a 1/4 inch. Now, if you don't like a 1/4 inch, you don't like such a big margin, change up all your measurements and make them a 1/2 inch. I mean, an 1/8 of an inch, sorry, an 1/8 of an inch. But I'm kind of I'm vibing with the 1/4 inch thing. I like the big border. Do you like making 1/8 of an inch borders or do you like making 1/4 inch borders when you card make? Because, I mean, different people have a different preference. And if you do like the 1/8 inch, then don't use this recipe, right? Change up the recipe. Oh, it's coming together. Now, I think I'm going to go with, I kind of like this stripe for one of the sides, and I'll do snowflakes for one. So it looks like we need a 1/2 inch again. 1/2 inch times 3 3/4. So let's see if we can do, let's see if that's 3 3/4 already. 1/2 inch times 3 3/4. I will go, I'm going to put that one on this outside part, like so. Because I'm liking this little stripe. And then I'll do a little snowflake one on the inside part. And then that's it. We need 2 of these. 2 of these pieces. I'll show you the measurements again. So I'm cutting right now the 3 3/4 by 1/2 inch. I always have to make sure I say it a couple times because these videos get automatically captioned and sometimes my little bots don't always understand me. Yeah, so I understand too. Like I also struggle with 1/8 inch borders because they're not forgiving. You have to get them right or they don't look right. So we'll do this little guy. We're going to do 3 3/4 by 1/2 inch. And everyone's like, are we there yet? Yeah, I think we are. I mean, we're just doing 3 3/4 by 1/2 inch. And then we're there. Now we could do the back. I mean, if you want, but I'll just tell you I'm just going to tell you the measurements for the back. 3 3/4 by 1/2. All right, so it depends on, I'm going to do a couple of these 1/2 inches because it may, one may look better than the other, so we just kind of do a couple of them. And then see what looks better. Like, anyway, I'm done with my cutting, except you would cut the back. I'm not cutting the back. I'm not going to do this whole business of, we're going to do this, because you guys got the understanding of the back, I'm sure. It's just the front part was the hard part. Okay, so I don't know. I'm thinking this one. That one looks cute. So you're just going to pick the one that you like the best. And now all you need is dimensionals and your little peppermints. We're just assembling now. We've been assembling the whole time. So that part's good. We just need to pop up some stuff with dimensionals or glue or whatever. So we already got the hat on the snowman. Okay. So my only trick was, oh, and by the way, this does fold down, later, but it can sort of, well, yeah, it can fold down sort of like that, I think. Or can it fold the other way too? Probably. But anyway, you can also let someone assemble it when they get it. Depends. Now, if you're sending something to a card maker, they understand that whole concept. Oh, assemble it when you get it. Anyway, for this one, I'm just going to make sure that I got a little gap here. A little bit of a 1/4 inch gap in that part. And then just sort of check that you have a little rectangle under there before you seal it. And then if you want, you could sort of go like that, and you could ship it kind of flatter like that if you want. Okay? But you don't give people things to assemble when they have no clue about card making, right? So that's the other part. So it's going to have to go sort of like that. So you can put that up, and you can just kind of eyeball it. So what you're going to do, oh, we need tear and tape on that part too, right? Or let's just use seal. We're going to be daring. We're just going to go for the seal plus. So we're going to assemble both sides at once. So this one, I usually do this side first. I don't really care about this side as much. I kind of care about this side because, so this little piece, I've torn off the tear and tape. All I'm trying to do is make sure I'm centering it, right? So I'm holding my finger there so it doesn't get on there. Okay, I have to get above the camera to make sure I'm centering it right. I think that should be good. Oops. Nope, it didn't. It didn't center right. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I better bring this down toward me. I can't see, right? So when I look through the camera. So if I do that, that should about do it. So when I'm just trying to center this guy so he has a little 1/4 inch margin, right? Because the other part doesn't matter too much, right? What matters is that this part has like this, it's sort of right. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I'm trying to get the right amount on the top and then the bottom. So let's just try it like that. I think would be better, right? If you're struggling like me, I'm trying to get that 1/4 inch. Just kind of do that. Just flip it around and just flip it on its head, as they say. Oh, that came out nice. Okay, now I'm ready to do the hokey pokey when you turn yourself. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go like that. Now I'm going to just kind of turn it. I'm going to get it so it's like a square. And like I said, I've only made this card once. Oh, no, twice now. I've only made it once in September, and then I made it once for you guys. Hey, to prepare for this video. I made it again, and that's all. But these are my tips from just making it twice. And now look how you have a little work of art that stands on someone's mantle. They're going to treasure it forever. And you can sort of, well, if you want to ship it, you probably should have measured it better. Like mine's not going to fold for shipping. That might be your consideration for where to land this little guy. You might want to lift it up and just go, okay, I can't ship it like that. You might want to pull it out some more if you want. But if you're not going to ship it in the mail, like I'm probably going to hand it to someone. Yeah, that might be a better way to do it because then you know that it ships flat. But then you're going to have to get in there and make sure there's no adhesive. And there's not. Yay for no adhesive. All right, so let's now just write one more thing, and then you're going to take your screenshot. Then I'm going to move this. Then I'm going to move this and finish decorating. So, because I need to move this paper so I can finish decorating. So, this is your last step. Your last step would be this piece here, which is going to be, this one should be, don't we have an A2 card? Let's measure. Let's measure. I should have an A2 card when I'm all done. 4 by 5 1/4. But I didn't check. Or 4 1/4 by, okay. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, just making sure. All right, so therefore, because it is an A2 card, so inside, I'm going to say back. You're going to make a piece that is, one piece that will be 5 1/4. This is going to be basic white times 4. Okay? And then you're going to make another piece. And actually here, let's do that for our screenshot. How about that? Now you have the back and the front. Yay for the back and the front. Okay? Okay, basic white. And then the second piece is going to be just, let's say, the 3/4 of an inch. 5 1/4 by 3/4 of an inch. We can be 1 inch. Whatever you want it to be. Times 1 inch or 3/4 of an inch. Okay? That's your little band. And then add a little Christmas tree or anything that you want. Take your screenshot and the ink. I'm not going to write the ink colors, but you remember that we used Pool Party and we used, let's get rid of this pen. We used Pool Party and we used Poppy Parade. Okay, so we should be good. And now we're going to assemble. 1/4 inch borders. Bonnie says, definitely 1/4 inch borders, right? I agree. Bonnie's like, have you had eggnog? No, man, I didn't. You know what? I didn't have any eggnog this season. I need to order some. I'm going to be like, bartender, I need eggnog. My husband's going to be like looking at me to come crazy. Hi, Kathy Mitchell, because he's like, he didn't even drink it. Yep. All right. I love this layout too. It's really fun. So now all we need to do is move this guy. Whoops. Oh, I had it. That was for my snowflake. Okay, I had every intention, but at this point in this time in the night, we're not making a snowflake. I had every intention of showing you that you can cut a silver snowflake using your adhesive sheet. So go ahead and make yourself a snowflake. I probably have extras made. Make yourself some bling on your card. Okay, now let's decorate it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here we go. We're going to decorate it. We're going to put dimensionals. And this one is for, I made an extra one for you'll see. I made it for see, what you want to do is when you make sure that this doesn't hang, I mean, it can hang out the side over here, but it shouldn't be taller when you put the hat on here. The hat shouldn't come taller than this part. So you don't want it to come hanging way off the card because then you got a card that doesn't fit in the envelopes, right? Like you can't even fit it in a 5 by 7 envelope at some point. All right, so pop it up with dimensionals. It makes it cute. This card is just singing, I'm cute, I'm cute. Hey, there's what I was looking for earlier, my little spatula for like making them flat. All right, dimensionals. We digress. We always digress. All right, I'm going to pull these. I guess I'm going to have to use the mini dimensionals. That's what's here. So let's pop a few of those on there. So I think if you were going to do this for your Christmas cards, like make a whole bunch of them, then just do your mass production techniques I've taught you. Don't go making one at a time. I mean, who makes one card at a time anyway? He's so cute. Nobody. Everybody makes, any card maker should make more than one at a time. Okay, we're going to put Happy New Year. Put that over there. So I put the snowflake, I put the snowflake, I put up there, and then you put the Happy New Year, and then I put some little, I'm just seeing which one to put. Put this little guy, I think. Here we go. That's going to be the one. I just like the one that's like stamped the best. And then we're just going to put some little peppermint embellishments. But the snowman really makes it, and people think, oh, you did a nice, you did a lot of extra work. Okay, now I might put that, what do you guys think? I think I might put it there. So you think top or bottom? Just say like top or bottom, because there's this big gap there. I could put it up there somewhere. But I could put it right in the middle of the bottom of the card. And as you're doing that, I'm going to look for my peppermints. Get them ready. Yeah, it is. These are easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm going to go ahead and put some of these on, because I have to put these on my treats. And I'm going to go ahead and put this guy on. I have a treat already for him, because I took off the, like I said, took off the Christmas one, and okay, good. Bottom, bottom. All right. Top. All right. Best out of 3 was bottom got the vote, so we're going to put it on the bottom. Okay, we're going to put it like kind of, I don't want to block the houses. He's so cute. Just because there I thought it looked cute because the houses. Now this little guy, I am adding to the tree. I pulled something off of this one, and I'm making a Happy New Year treat for this little guy. See, for my little double. I'm going to show you all the other things we made with the snowman thing this year. Actually, I can move this over. I had to pull this guy off, and then I started ripping the paper, and I was like, oh, I got to cover him up with some snowman. All right. Okay, that looks better. Got the Happy New Year over. Okay, back to this. We're just adding, we're wrapping things up now. We're going to add a peppermint there because there's a little gap. And then a medium peppermint. Where did I put the peppermints last time? This one didn't get peppermints. Oh, yes, it did. 1, 2. Where'd the third peppermint go? I do not see the third peppermint. This one didn't get peppermints. Anywho, that one's a medium-sized peppermint. This one needs a small peppermint. We're going to put a small peppermint right there. Okay, this one. So I'm just taking 3 peppermints for each one. I'm going to put one there. Oops. It's the right size. Yeah, that's the medium one. There's 3 size peppermints. Mine slid all over the place. Not all my packages of them. Put one down there. So yay for fun fold. And it doesn't need something on the back if you're not going to actually write a message. Sometimes you just give people things just to give it to them. Right? So that's you don't need the back. But if you want to write a message, then you're going to put it like that. Season's greetings. All right. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oops, this one didn't get the other peppermints. And this, so you have Let It Snow. You have Let It Snow, Season's Greetings, and Happy New Year. These are all your sentiments that you can put on things. That's really nice. All right. I am now going to show you something we didn't get a chance to make here, but we did something similar in my bingo. Is what we did is we sanded the pieces. So make sure you sand the little piece I gave you. I'm going to add this to it. I'm just changing this to a Happy New Year card, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm adding this. Remember I told you I needed extra Happy New Year's? Because I'm making this one to a Happy New Year card. Let It Snow, Happy New Year, okay? So that's a little penguin card. You're going to sand the piece of garden green. It's called white inner core or white centered cardstock. All right, now then we made these in this series. The series was called like Snowy Wonder series. We made this little fun fold card, but we made this little fun fold. It's called a double fold treat pouch. Okay, and I just ripped off. Ooh, that looks cute there. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna put those on there. I didn't know how cute they'd look. It must have come off from there. Let's put it. They're sticking all over my hands. Put those like that. I'm taking the small ones and trying something real quick for the buttons of this guy's not sticking the right way. All right. I think these little peppermints are going to look cute on the buttons of the snowman. It was a happy accident. Oh, precious. Use up all your peppermints, guys. I'm just doing 3 up there because it was already stamped. There was 2 already stamped up there, so I just was covering them up. I'm putting the 3 buttons on that part. Actually, you could actually keep going with the buttons. But anywho, Happy New Year double fold treat pouch. Let it snow. I think I have one more, and I gave away like loads and loads this season. Here's one more without a sentiment on it. And that's why I was doing a couple. I said I need a couple extra Happy New Year's, like so. So I'm putting these, told you I need a couple extra. I'm just turning these into a Happy New Year treat. Just because it's still the holiday giving season. Give people things, random acts of kindness. Yay. All right, so that's, you can put a little snowman in there, a tea bag. You can put, I put a gummy because I have to go get the other. I have some more of these little snowmen, but I put the gummy in it, okay? And then we made, in this workshop series, we made these fun shaker cards. Oh, another Happy New Year shaker card. I plan on sending these out or giving these out. So Happy New Year. Okay. And then we made, super fun, we made these cards with the embossed swirl, embossed, I forget what the name of this embossing photo is, but more New Year cards. I'm going to be sending these out after the New Year. When I write my Christmas letter, this is what I'm going to put them, oh, another shaker card. I'm going to put them in with this. I'm going to put like the white part. I haven't done the white part yet for the inside, but I'm going to write my little like message, and then I'm going to have the Happy New Year. So see how I'm already, like I was making sure, because I had already done Christmas stuff, I was like, let me get ready for New Year. So as I was doing this series, I tried to focus most of the projects on the New Year sentiment instead of the season's greetings, so that way I can use it later. Oh, so fun. You guys voted on, I think, well, I had a snowman, and then you guys wanted a penguin. So we made that too. And you can see these, they're a little bit different. Like my original didn't have a border around it. And then I started adding a border. All right, so I hope you liked all these cute projects made with the Snowy Wonder stamp set and dies, matching dies. So these are going away, meaning retiring. So be sure to check that out. If you want to get them while you can. All right, so lastly, I will show you what we just finished making right before Christmas. I had a series. It's the Card on Blue workshop. So basically, this is what we did for the workshop with the bundle. But then every month I focus on one stamp set. And this is what we focused on in the month of December. It's Simply Said. So I just want to show you what we made with Simply Said. This one needs some bling. And it looks like some goop got on it. So whenever you have goop on your cards, which happens all the time because I have goop all over my table, you can use an adhesive eraser. These are part of my adhesive kits. Anyway, if you want to know all about my card club, celebration card club, upcoming bingo event, upcoming workshop event, which I'll mention in a minute. You want to know about all those things, Designer Series Paper Share, which is not available yet. It's all linked in the description of this video. It says Paper Chefs Clubs and Offerings. Okay, so anyway, this is called the Full of Life Designer Series paper. I just definitely need some bling on the one card, but sometimes you can use rhinestones. Sometimes, you can use these little glossy dots, and every card looks different this month because the paper was different. And sometimes you can use Summer Splash and some basics, twine, and everything. But the best part of this month's card club was not the Full of Life cards, which is my favorite paper in the annual catalog. In fact, this paper is my favorite because it's bright, but it comes in this catalog. This is our bigger, thicker annual catalog. But this is definitely one of my favorites. It's called ephemera paper, and it's called like frames and florals or flowers and frames or something like that. Just look up ephemera. I know it's hard to spell, but EPHEMERA. So we made all of these with the Simply Said, using the package of ephemera, the 12 by 12 package of ephemera that I sent you. So if you didn't get to finish making all your Card on Blue Card Club, cards with the Lost Lagoon and the Soft Sea Foam and the Blueberry Bushel and the Coastal Cabana, I think it was. These are all the different things we made. And every card came out different. And all of the ephemera was included in your kit. And some of them we popped up with dimensionals. And all the die cuts were included in your kit. So the Card Club kits are a great value. All right, what's coming up in this next month's Card Club? Well, you voted on it. So let me show you. I did not design yet. I have to admit I didn't design it, but I do know what die cuts we're using. So I'm going to show you the die cuts we're using because I started designing, meaning all I've got so far is to stamp. So this is really cool because it's called Hugs for Love, and there's a punch. It's a bundle. So you're like, I've never seen this before. Well, that's because it's not out yet. It'll be out January 7th, and I'll give you guys time to order that before you get to make the card club. And it's not till the third week in January when I make your cards. So we're going to do a You Make Me Smile We're going to do one Valentine's card. And I did an ink up for the Valentine's card with the floaty flamingo because that goes with the paper I'm going to be using. And then I'm doing sending you a big hug. I always have to do these before I design the cards. I always have to know what dies we're going to be using. So I have to know if they fit. So sending you a big hug is one of the cards. Life is better with you is one of the cards. You make me smile is one of the cards. And then we do Happy Valentine's Day. But you say, I don't need Valentine's cards, you say, maybe. Well, then you can write lots of hugs and kisses. Or you and I make the best team. Whatever. You can do something else. Every time I do card club, you can do something else. So this is Hugs for Love. You don't need the punch to go with it. Although if you do get the punch, there's a bundle pricing for save 10%. And then next month's workshop is Beautiful Butterflies. And it's a really cool set. Also available January 7th. Unless you join my team, you can get it sooner because it's part of your, any demonstrator or potential demonstrator can order stuff sooner. Beautiful Butterflies Hybrid Embossing Folder. Look at how cool this is. So you can cut out the butterfly and emboss it at the same time. So I'm not always into, I love butterflies, but sometimes our butterflies look weird. This time the butterflies look, to me, like realistic butterflies. Because like I'm a real nature lover. So when something looks weird, and I mean, it can be weird if it's whimsical, but like I don't want it to be weird. And this one is awesome because look, there's a hinge. This means we can make the little hinge cards with the little butterflies. All right, so that's going to be our bundle. And we're going to work on this for 2 months now. I can't do 1 month any workshops anymore because they take too much time. I'm only able to do them mostly on weekends, my videos. So this will be like a 2-month thing. So it's also going to be the bingo. So for January 31st, we're going to use some paper, a different paper than I used for the workshop series. And we'll make 3 cards using Beautiful Butterflies for our beautiful live Zoom bingo event where you can win prizes. All right, so that's all the stuff coming up, plus a celebration club, plus adhesive kits, plus card on blue. There's lots of stuff coming up, so just check that out. And I wish you a very happy new year. I won't see you before then on this channel, but I will see you like on my Instagram and on my, different things. So have I decided, yes, for the bingo, Bonnie Blake? Yes. So go to the description of the thing underneath where it says, for, what is it called? Papered Chefs, offerings. Papered Chefs offerings. Here, let me just get the paper. I have a QR code. It would make it so much easier if you could just use this QR code. So everybody that's watching this on a computer, just take your phone and click and hold it over this QR code. And I'll hold it there for a minute. Here, I'll even make it a little bigger so you can see it. Okay. Card on Blue Card Club featuring Hugs for Love stamp set. And I even give you a description number, a product number. The next thing is Workshop Series featuring Beautiful Butterflies Bundle. Beautiful Butterflies Bingo. Register, all these things. Register by January 10th. I should have said that. Okay, the Beautiful Butterflies Bingo is the only thing that's live. Well, no, all my videos are live. But what I mean is live and scheduled. This is a live Zoom event, so it's scheduled. All my other videos are live, but you can watch them anytime because they're on YouTube. Do you get it? So this is live, meaning you got to be there to win the prizes. Then I have a Celebration Club, which is open now, featuring 2025 Celebration Designer Series paper and more. I'm able to get the paper now, so I can start putting kits together now, even though this club's going to go for the months of January and February. And then I have a Designer Series paper share, but it's not open yet. Register by January 10th. It'll be open 7 days before I'm allowed to start selling the paper. So I'm guessing New Year's Day or something, because or like December 31st. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 30. Yeah. December 31st, I will put down like this. You'll see a link, same link, but you're going to see Designer Series paper share and get to try all the papers. I just can't open that up yet because we don't have the paper to sell yet. But, just a sneak peek. I've been working my butt off for the last week. I was not just on vacation. I was actually making your kits. So I am actually making kits for you. Floral, gingham, vellum, specialty paper. I'm putting specialty paper in the share because they're paired together so well that you can't really separate. Like the Floral Delight Designer Series paper goes so well with the vellum that I put them together in the same package. All right, and I'm just trying to show you a few things. It's also going to be a Designer Series paper share where you get to sample the online exclusive paper, like the Everyday Skies paper. The beautiful bokeh is going to be, the bokeh paper is going to be part of the workshop series for the butterflies as well. So again, I'm not in a big hurry to send these out yet because I was limited on how much I can get. But I'm just showing you kind of a sneak peek of what you can look forward to. This paper here is called Storybook Moments, and it goes really well with the timeless plaid. It's a super sweet. So I'm putting in the specialty paper. You're not all going to get the same ephemera in your packages. And then look at that cool plaid paper that goes really well with the timeless plaid with the storybook moments. Okay, and that's Everyday Skies. I don't have them all here. All right, I can't show you. I can't show you the other ones because they're not done yet. I mean, but I've been working on them. So you will get, I mean, working on them, meaning I'm working on my samples and my labels and all the stuff. So when I order more, January 7th, and then I'll try to get that order by a week later, hopefully, because I'll order at midnight. So by the middle of January, you're all going to have your paper shares and your fun stuff. Anyway, back to this. Let's summarize today. What's the video? We did a fun fold. The fun fold is something that you can make and store flat. And so try to, keep that in mind when you're assembling it if you're going to store it flat. If you want this to go out to the edge, that's fine. See, I didn't really care about that for this one, but I probably should have. Like, duh. And you know what? I was probably listening to Margaret, who inspired me for this card when she was teaching us how to assemble it. She probably said, fold it out to here and so it fits in the envelope. And then I kind of forgot that because it was September. I told you when I made this card. So then, anyway, you made a fun fold card. You put a snowman on it, and now you have a card for, this one I didn't even really pay attention to how it was going to fold, but I'm not really going to fold it that much, so it's all good. So Happy New Year. Let it snow. Season's greetings, okay? And you can put that all in there. So I hope you enjoyed this fun fold tutorial and got to, get to see some other products as well and are inspired. That is all for now. Have a very happy New Year and happy holiday season. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Elaine, for your comment. And Betty, I know I love shaker cards too. Funny, right? Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for liking this. And thank you for staying on. Cynthia O'Neill just got here. Got to say hi to her. Thank you for staying on. This was longer than normal. And, yeah, that's all good. Put what I'm saying, yes, orange Christmas trees. I know I started something with that one. All right, bye for now. Have a great day. Bye-bye.